Crimson, Space Crusader.
Captain Crimson had been with us for 2 weeks now, and things hadn't been quite so totally nerve-wracking after we told Wiz about him. When she got over the shock of discovering that she'd been sharing a house with the starship captain, that is. The two of them seemed to really hit it off, and it had been brilliant having someone else helping me keep Captain Crimson out of Dad's way. Not that they'd have noticed him anyway, because he was still utterly mushy over Gina the librarian. Then deadline day rolled around again, and I was determined that it would go more smoothly than it had done the week before. First thing that morning, I popped round to see where Dad was up to with the story. Where he was up to. I should have known it'd be more like what he was up to. How's it going, Dad?
2 sugars, please. What do you think about flowers?
Dad, Thursday today, deadline day, the day you have to deliver your Captain Crimson story, the day the editor likes to ring and scream down the phone at you.
Ah, chocolates. Oh dear, milk or plain? Flowers.
I know her. She does the holiday book club at the library.
But do I take them myself, or should I send them round to her?
Well, send her that.
Send her that? It's only a cartoon, she'll think I'm making fun of her.
Well, write her a note to go with it.
Write her? I've got it! An ace banana of an idea. Ace banana in a bucket with knobs on, 2 tassels and a heart hooter.
Get her off.
Gina works in a library, right? So therefore she must be a woman who loves words. Poems are full of words. I shall therefore write Gina a poem and I shall go round and recite it to her myself.
But what about this week's story?
No, I wouldn't be able to concentrate until after I'd done the poem. No, I'll finish it all later, I promise. Please.
OK, listen. Amy and I will go down to the cafe with Wiz, which will give you a bit of time to do your poem in peace.
Hey, you're a fine upstanding fella, Thomas. I'm a fine upstanding fella. Health and happiness.
Yes, Dad. It was obvious Dad wasn't capable of doing any work, so we smuggled out Captain Crimson and picked up Amy on the way to the cafe. You wouldn't think it would be hard for the 3 of us to keep the captain out of trouble, would you? Yes, well, Wiz suddenly realised that she'd run out of cash, and that morning turned into a complete nightmare on rollerblades.
All these people, they're waiting for money?
Yep.
Can I have some?
Not unless you give her one of these.
So you give her this piece of paper and she gives you money?
That's right.
Can I have one, please?
It doesn't quite work like that because... Hey, I was here first.
I'm afraid, sir, that the queue starts at the other end.
Oh, yeah? Well, the robbery starts here. Oh. Hang on, I've forgotten something. Right, nobody move. This is a sticker.
No, it's not. It's a banana.
Yeah, but it's loaded. And if you don't back off, the kid gets it.
He doesn't like bananas, so you better give it to me.
You trying to be funny? Right, Miss Pillbeam. Do like it says.
Money in bag. I'm sorry, sir. What about the money in the bag?
There isn't any money in the bag. It's empty. I want it filled with money.
So you're asking me to...
Telling you.
Telling me to put money in your bag?
Got it in one.
Why didn't you say so?
I'm afraid,
Douglas.
that you won't get very far as a bank robber unless you make your instructions much, much clearer. Now, you may have wanted this young lady to take the money in the bag, or count the money in the bag, or even spend the money in the bag. I'm afraid there's nothing in your note to indicate your bag needed filling.
Gotcha. Right, Miss Pillbeam. Put the money in the bag. And speed it up. I haven't got all day.
There you go again, Douglas. How could Miss Pillbeam possibly be expected to know that you are in a hurry?
Hey, I'm a robber, ain't I? I ain't exactly got time to stand around and la-di-dahs, and how's your begonias?
Then you should know better than to leave anything to chance. You should have told this young lady exactly how you wanted her to put the money in the bag.
That's why she did it slowly, when you really wanted her to do it quickly.
I'm sure Douglas would rather she did it carefully.
And tidily.
And secretly.
Put a lid on it, you lot. You're making my head bang. I want her to do it immediately.
Well,
I couldn't believe it. We were bang smack in the middle of a real live bank raid. It was 2 galaxies beyond excellent. At least it had been, up until the robber took Captain Crimson hostage.
Here, quick, you drive.
Are you sure that's wise?
It's wiser than letting you hold the money so you can run off with it when my back's turned. Well, don't just sit there. Rev her up and let's burn rubber.
Thrusters into high space overdrive and away!
Don't worry about your friend, the squad cars are in pursuit. Now, let's get a description of this robber. Was he tall, short, thin?
well, he was...
Stocky, broad, slim?
No, he was...
Wiry, lanky, or chunky?
May I? He was short?
And sort of chubby. Yeah, that's right. Definitely on the plump side.
Oh, stout even.
I'd call him fat.
And what about his hair? Was it long, short, straight, curly, wavy, thick?
Thin.
I was coming to thin.
Very thin on top.
Thin on top? He was practically bald.
So what about his nose? Was it big, round, blobby?
Yes,
Well, which?
all of them. It was like a hooter. A stonking great big hooter. Honk, honk, honk.
That's all right, ma'am. Your grandson is helping police with their inquiries. He's required to be descriptive in such circumstances. Is he armed?
He's got a banana.
Base to Lofty, come in, Lofty.
Do excuse. Lofty to base, receiving you loud and clear, over.
Squad car reports sighting of motorbike with a short, fat, bald man sitting behind a space crusader.
That's them!
Affirmative, we have a positive identification. Proceed with caution. Suspect is armed with a piece of curved fruit. Repeat, proceed with caution. Over.
Right, they've asked for this.
No, Douglas, no!
Oh, no!
Give yourself up, Douglas. A life of crime's no good for any man.
Never! Turn right here! Oh!
Look out, madam, sir. Coming through. Watch out, people. I can't see.
Look out, Captain! There's water down there!
Really? I'm not sure I shall be able to stop in time.
But I haven't got the rubber ringer water wings!
Then now would be a good time to give yourself up.
All right! Anything you say! Oh, sorry, Captain! Oh.
We all make mistakes, Douglas.
Thank you, sir.
No need for thanks, Chief. It's all in a day's work.
What a completely, utterly mind-blowing morning it had been. By the time all the excitement had died down and we'd all got back home again, it was nearly lunchtime, and we'd already lost half a day. You won't be too surprised to hear that there was no sign of Dad when we got back. And there's no prizes for guessing where he'd gone either.
Oh, Gina, dear Gina, I'd just like to say that your eyes are like... Her eyes are like, they're like diamonds. No, it's a bit flashy. Rubies? No, it's a bit spooky. Makes them sound bloodshot. Oh, come on, Jeff, think. Her eyes are like...
The stars that shine to light up my way.
Stars that shine to light up my way. Marvellous.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Shh. Sorry. Shh. Sorry. Sorry. Shh. Oh, sorry.
Budge out of the way, Captain. You're standing too close.
So, do you two agree with me and Amy that we're going to write about the starship Galileo transporting a precious cargo? A cargo so precious that Captain Crimson's the only man in the universe who can be trusted with it.
Naturally.
Somebody should try to steal it.
Hey, what if the Galileo were attacked by two really evil-looking space pirates who'd sneaked on board but made far too much noise and...
Two? Only two? But I am Captain Crimson. I should barely need to break into a sweat defeating a pair of pirates. No, 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 no. 10. That's more like it.
10's far too many.
Captain, you could never defeat 10 pirates.
Nonsense. I'd swash, and I'd buckle, and I'd buckle, and I'd swash, and I'd lunge, and I'd thrust, and I'd...
Soon be surrounded?
I would.
Definitely.
But if there are only 4 pirates, then you could take them on single-handed, while your crew look after the precious cargo. Then you defeat them easily.
Easily? I'd defeat them valiantly.
Fearlessly.
Heroically.
Courageously. Gallantly.
Hungrily.
Hey, launch pirate alert!
Shine. Smiling.
I don't know what you two are doing, but you're making far too much noise.
Oh, bear with us, Ducky. Only this bloke here's got something he'd like to say.
Well, he can say it outside.
No! Oh, shh. No. He wants to say it to you. And it'd be too cruel if you don't let him. Go on. It'll only take 2 minutes.
Very well, then. What is it?
Oh, Gina, dear Gina, I'd just like to say that your eyes are like the stars that shine and light up my way. Oh, Gina, dear Gina, I'd just like to say that your skin glows like a polished gem that's perfect in every way. Oh, Gina, dear Gina, I'd just like to say that your smile is like the midday sun and it cheers up my day.
Well, thank you very much. Now, I really must ask you to leave. I'm sorry, but I have to consider the needs of the other borrowers.
Come on, get out of here.
Thanks again for the poem. It was really very sweet of you.
Yes! So if we're going to call that one Starbeard, what should we call him? Well, he's round and sort of chunky looking.
He reminds me of a meteorite.
Hey, what about Meteorite Mike? Oh, I like that. Sounds like he's really fast.
He'd have to be faster than the speed of light to get away from me.
So it's capital M for Meteorite and capital M for Mike. Who's next? Let's do the skinny one.
He looks as thin as a laser.
That's it. What about Long John Laserlegs? Oh, brilliant. So it's capital L for Long, capital J for John.
And capital L for laser legs.
Oh, he's pretty evil looking. What about Cutthroat something? Cutthroat Comet? Yeah, that sounds like he's really fierce.
Fierce? I can defeat him with both hands tied behind my back and my pants on fire.
The Adventures of Captain Crimson, Space Crusader. The Galileo was transporting a precious cargo bound for Stevenson 2. The treasure was too valuable for anyone other than Captain Crimson to deliver.
Entering the planet's orbit, sir.
I don't like it, Captain. It's too quiet out there.
Maintain 2 minutes radio silence, Optic.
The crew were uneasy as they prepared to beam down with the treasure.
Should we wait 2 minutes for the captain?
No, he said he'd meet us before too long.
Can you two manage that?
If it's not too far to walk.
Look out!
I spy treasure.
Hearties! Suddenly, a desperate band of reckless space pirates came hurtling towards them. Hand over the treasure!
Not on your life!
Before the crew could recover, the space pirates had escaped with their ill-gotten gains.
You won't get away with this.
Captain Crimson will stop you.
He'll never catch us.
But the smug pirate had spoken too soon. It took 2 of them to force open the stolen chest.
I wish I could see Crimson's face when he finds out that we have his treasure.
Surprise! Yikes! It's Captain Crimson! Meteorite Mike, Long John Laserlegs, Cutthroat Comet and Starbeard were furious that Captain Crimson had ruined their plan. They advanced on him menacingly.
Where's the treasure, Crimson?
Search me.
Right, you've asked for it.
Get him, man!
The pirates lunged at the captain, and a desperate duel ensued.
Let's see you get out of that, Crimson.
Certainly, but the motley crew were no match for the swashbuckling captain.
Look out below! Well caught, men.
Now that Captain Crimson had captured Long John Laserlegs and his unsavory crew, he could safely deliver the real cargo.
How can I ever thank you, Captain Crimson?
No need for thanks, sir. It's all in a day's work.
Dad came back just after we'd finished, and he thought our story was excellent. He was 2 galaxies beyond happy because Gina had liked his poem. Wiz, Amy and I all had another think about how to send the captain back home again, but we couldn't come up with anything. He didn't seem to mind, though. He was having a fantastic time, and we were all enjoying his company too, even if things did get unbelievably hairy at times.
Will it upset the captain too much when he's not invited to Amy's birthday party? What happens when Jeff discovers that 2 is company and 3's a crowd? And why do Thomas and Amy have to write a Captain Crimson story when Jeff's already done one? Then there'd be 2 stories, wouldn't there? It's all simply too confusing, so tune in next week to Captain Crimson. Watch this space.